Ha! Couldn't get him, huh, bitch? Yes, the light-skinned villain got away once again. The red-bone renegade always gets away, doesn't he? So remember that heifer, that blonde heifer named Baylee Curran, who went to Chris Lightbrown's house and said that he pointed a gun at her? All over some jewelry, some sort of misunderstanding. They thought that she was trying to steal or some sort of bullshit. Remember that stupid story? Remember that white girl who's a model or something and a pageant winner, like a beauty pageant winner, but she's not really beautiful? Remember that chick? But anyways, here's the update on that story. TMZ posted a story titled Chris Brown Gun Case Falls Flat. TMZ writes, Chris Brown will dodge a bullet in an alleged gun incident, TMZ has learned. Sources close to the investigation tell us the reason the case has not gone far is that the DA is unimpressed with the evidence assembled by cops. As we reported, the case was supposed to be submitted to prosecutors 2 weeks ago, but the DA informally kicked it back for lack of evidence. TMZ broke the story. Baylee Curran claimed Chris pulled a gun on her and ordered her to leave during a party at his home in August. Brown was arrested and booked. He was supposed to be arraigned 2 weeks ago, but authorities got a 2-week extension so they could gather more evidence. They didn't. Let me pause the story and interject. Sounds like sloppy police work about as sloppy as her pussy. No, let me stop. I don't know whether or not her cooch is sloppy. I'm just being stupid. Bring it back to the story. Let me shut up before she ends up trying to sue me. It was just a joke. When I said pussy, I meant her cat. I meant her kitten. I heard she had a kitten, okay, named Sloppy. Anyways, back to the story. Our law enforcement sources say the DA sees the handwriting on the wall. All they have is a sketchy alleged victim who hedges on drug and alcohol consumption during the party and made the media rounds big time after the incident. Authorities also had trouble pinning a gun to Chris. He threw a duffel bag out the window during the standoff, and cops say they found 2 guns inside, but they're worried the weapons can't be tied to the singer. Short story, we're told it's all but closed. There's some history between Brown and prosecutors who wanted him jailed several times while he was on probation in the Rihanna beating case, but our DA source insists Rihanna is history and is not relevant in the current weak case. Let me repeat that. But our DA sources insist Rihanna is history and is not relevant in the current weak case. If cops want to persist, they could take the case to the LA City Attorney for misdemeanor assault prosecution. But we're told that would almost certainly be a dead end because a weak case is a weak case. Thank you very much, TMZ, for this information. Now, as far as Chris Lightbrown throwing bags out of windows and guns being found at his house, come on now, Christ. Really? What evidence do we have of that? Do we have any proof of that? I don't believe that ever happened. I think that Chris Lightbrown is innocent. No light-skinned person has ever hurt anybody. So, anyways, here's the deal, man. The Redbone Renegade once again got away. You know, a wise woman once told me light-skinned ninjas are like cockroaches. They can survive a nuclear holocaust and they're hard to kill. So, you know, they must have lost their minds thinking that they were just going to take Chris Brown down like that. You know, the funny thing about it is this, though. They're basically admitting in this news story that these people wanted to go after him. So that's some very biased shit, you know, to try to go after him over the whole Rihanna situation that happened. Was it 2008 or 2009? It's now 2016, so we're talking about a good 7-8 years ago. Damn near a decade ago. I don't know whether or not people realize that. You know, I hate to bring it up, but a lot of white folks don't want to let him live that down. You know, Charlie Sheen could shoot his girlfriend and all these other people could do whatever the fuck they want to do, and you know they can forget about that. But when Chris Lightbrown, you know, allegedly gave a couple uppercuts to her forehead, and I'm not trying to shade Rihanna. I'm just keeping it real with you. You know, like that's what happened. Her and Chris Brown got into some nonsense. They got into a heated argument. They were in a relationship, and if she would have beat him up, the same people who were mad at Chris would have been laughing. They would have been like, "Hey, he deserves it. He's just a man." But then they want to talk this equality crap. I mean, that's misandry. It's misogyny towards a man. Misandry. You know, people want to claim that they believe in equality and fairness until one of their own or somebody who they want to place on their team, gets hurt. and then they want to just switch the style up real quick. They throw all of that equality crap to the side, and they're like, oh, equality, schmality. I didn't really mean that. Okay? But anyways, I'm so happy for Chris Light Brown. You know, it's a very unfortunate situation. He did nothing wrong. In my opinion, this woman, you know, in my opinion, she was very untrustworthy, very sketchy. She made her media rounds, like the story said, you know, after the incident. She was all up in the media, all up in microphones and cameras talking about this, that, and the third. Just really crazy story, man. Very unfortunate. It must be hard to be a celebrity sometime. Oh, that's right. I'm rich. I have $14 million and I'm famous on the intranets, on YouTube. So I know how it is to be a celebrity because I'm a celebrity myself. And yeah, it is a bitch sometimes. But, you know, when you have $14 million, you don't have anything to worry about. No worries because we're rich. Right, Chris? Anyways, shout out to Chris Brown and the Black Pyramid clothing line. Chris Brown is the shiznai, and he can dance his butt off. And Chris Brown is one of my favorite celebrities, and I don't like anybody messing with him. But anyways, that's my boy in my head. Let me know what you think about it all below. Be sure to subscribe to the Meat Magazine YouTube channels. Visit meatmagazine.blogspot.com for more. Follow me on Twitter at Meat Magazine, Meat Magazine 7 on Google+, Meat Magazine blog on Instagram. Congratulations to Chris Light Brown. I knew they, you know, like I always say, they can't keep a light-skinned brother down, so I'm not surprised by this. Meat Magazine.